I neither encourage nor discourage them. And if and when such a committee is announced, then I will make an appropriate response.
What's your reaction, Governor? What is it going to take to convince you to determine that you are going to run for the presidency of the United States?
Well, I don't know. It's when you have a problem and you have a question in your mind as to what your decision should be, who knows what all it takes to make up your mind.
Opposed to running as the second man to Ford next year?
I have no desire for that position.
What's your reaction to Governor Reagan? How about
I think that President Ford could win?
Well, I would hope that anyone running on any ticket other than the Democratic ticket would win, because I think the Democratic Party, which has been in control of determining policy of this country, regardless of who is president, by way of the Congress for the last 40 years, more than 40 years, has brought this country to the brink of economic ruin, to say nothing of a very dangerous state in the international field.
Do you think the people are going to
Mr. Reagan,
I don't usually come out of a restaurant and get this much attention. So I imagine that's why you're here. Going to have a hard time
denying.
Denying.
You see kind of a shambles there.
Yep. Senator Dayton.
With an open convention, will be kind of divisive to your own party in that sense.
The possibility of 1976.
Well, as I said, neither encouraged nor discouraged them. They told me that they were talking of doing this. When they make an announcement that they've done so, well, I'll have an appropriate response.
Have you done some serious thinking about it?
About what?
About running for president in 1976?
Well, you can't help but think about it. As I've said, I know I have a decision to make, but I haven't made it yet.
You mean you want to hear more?
You have a couple questions?
Governor, Senator Church, when he was talking about your Panama Canal stance, said that he was tired of seeing so many old men politicians so willing to send young men off to war. What's your response to that?
Well, that sounds like the kind of demagogic utterance that I have come to associate with Senator Church. And it is pure demagoguery. First of all, I had my war. Second of all, I have sons. And I just don't think that older men who are fathers are inclined to want to see their sons have to go to war. I think war is man's greatest stupidity. And does he mean to suggest that the dictator of Panama is going to declare war on the United States when if we shut that canal down for even a few weeks, he'd go broke? The canal is the principal industry, and the next industry associated with it is the American tourist trade to Panama. Now, I don't say that we slap him in the face and walk away. I said that we negotiate. We talk about things. I think that we could pour a great deal of help into his economy simply by going forward with our own plans for enlarging the canal. It would add hundreds of millions of dollars to the economy of Panama. But I just don't think that there's going to be a war simply because we refuse to negotiate away a sovereign treaty that has been in effect for 2/3 of a century, which has never been challenged or questioned, and which is upheld by their own courts as well as ours.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, this gentleman had his hand up earlier.
You're still as confident after Mr. Ford's victories yesterday.
Well, now, those victories yesterday weren't really victories. Those delegates who finally decided to stop calling themselves uncommitted, and Monday I'm sure a great many from New York will, that was campaign strategy. We never have counted on those delegates. We have known from the beginning that those belonged in his camp. We've always counted them as such. Now, he was going to let them go to the convention and then have them go uncommitted. But in the face of these 6 primaries occurring Tuesday, he decided he needed some momentum. So they hastily called the political bosses in those states and said, get the troops together and have them uncommit. Or commit, I should say. And it's no surprise to us. We'd never counted on those delegates at all. And we are still ahead of where we thought we would be at this particular time.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm sorry we have to go. Our plane is late.
Well, I know that Oregon is an uphill fight for me. I know that we don't stand a chance here, but I mean for a victory. But with your proportionate sharing of delegates, I hope that we can get a
gentlemen. No more
sizable group
questions.
of delegates.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Somebody lost some. Whose are those?
Handshake.
What? I know I can't. Hey. Now you realize I've defaced currency right in the presence of the
Can I
Secret
shake your hand?
Service. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
I know I won't be able to keep on doing this. I gotta get on that airplane, or we're gonna.
Take my hand.
Wait 1 second.
God bless you, Mr. Regan.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. We have to get you away.
Good luck.
Okay. I know I can't stay. I gotta go. Got to go.
Thank you so much. You will be the next president. God bless you.